Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years, and others, the information is simply too spread out to be helpful in making decisions. Remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, digital ships are imagine-necessary. Every month we do a giveaway to give back to this wonderful community. This month's giveaway prize is going to either be an Anvil Terrapin, or if we hit 6,500 human subscribers before CitizenCon, I will give away an Anvil Carrack, which is by far the most expensive ship I've ever given away. And we're doing pretty good on those numbers. I'm checking them every day. So keep making sure you're sharing the channel and telling your org mates to come check us out, and make sure they're subscribing when they do it. To enter the contest, make sure you're subscribed to Billionaire Ninjas, leave a comment on at least one video, and like or dislike at least one video. Winners have 2 weeks to claim their prize. Members collectively have a 25% chance of winning just for being members. So if you're subscribed, consider hitting that join button. And if you're not subscribed, I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. For the full giveaway details, make sure you visit our Billionaire Ninjas Discord or our social media at Ninjas Leap. Today, we continue our trip with the Origin manufacturer. We have reached the Origin M50 Interceptor. And yes, Interceptor is part of the name, but we'll just say M50 for the rest of this video. It has 0 variants for the price. The M50, as of 3.24.1, is 100 standalone, $80 warbond, and was $80 at concept. In-game cost is $1.5 million, and the in-game 3-day rental price is $57,000. This ship is always available for purchase in-game, but time limited for sale outside the game. If you want to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible and with as much style as possible, then Origin's M50 is for you. Featuring supercharged engines that counter a tiny weapons loadout, the M50 goes extremely fast and looks incredibly good doing it. As Origin's premier racing chassis, you shouldn't expect anything less. The Origin M50.
All alone at night, when all of a sudden this huge creature, this giant crustacean from the Paleolithic era, comes out of the water. It stood above it looking down with these big red eyes.
Oh, it's so scary.
And I yelled, I said, "What do you want from us, monster?" And the monster bent down and said, "I need about $3.50.
What's $3.50?
$3.50.
For measurements, the M50 has a length of 11.5, beam of 11 meters, height of 3.5 meters, and it is a size 1 snub ship. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 1. It can carry 0 SCU, and it has about 430 micro SCU of internal stowage. The claim time for the M50 is about 6 minutes, expedited is 2 minutes, and the expedited fee is at about 3,000 credits as of 3.24.1. For speed, the M50 has a top SCM speed of 280, which is way above average overall, tied for second fastest ship in the game with 2 other ships, and for its class and size, it's the same, way above average, tied for second fastest ship in the game. The exact same can be said for its nav max speed at 1450, which is also way above average overall and way above average in its class size. The other 3 ships in this category that are super fast, the Razor, the P52 for the tie, and the P72, which is of course the fastest ship in the game. When it comes to maneuverability, it has way above average maneuverability overall, but below average maneuverability for its class. For weapons, the M50 has 2 size 2 Badger laser repeaters, no man turrets. The M50 also has 2 missile racks with 1 marksman infrared missile each. The hull HP for the M50 is 3,621, which is way below average overall, reaching the bottom 10 in the game, and is way below average for its class size, reaching the bottom 5 ships. The shields on the M50 are 2 of the size 1 Targa shields, competition grade C. These are bubble type shields. The HP is 3,000 total, and regen rate is about 134 HP per second. For ship parts, the M50 has 1 small radar, 1 small computer, 1 small power plant, 2 small coolers, 1 small shield generator, 2 small fuel intakes, 2 small fuel tanks, a small quantum drive, a small jump module, and 1 small quantum fuel tank. A quick note, the September rebalance of 2024 states the M50 has lost a shield and now only has 1, but in-game, the 3.24.1 patch shows it as having 2. For fuel, it has way below average hydrogen capacity overall and average hydrogen capacity for its class size. For quantum fuel, it's way below average overall, but way below average for its class as well, where it is tied for worst with the Razor. For quantum capability, the M50 uses the Lightfire competition grade C quantum drive. The range on this one is surprisingly solar, meaning you will be able to make at least one round trip from one end of the system to the other end, and definitely make it to another solar system. But you will need to refuel after one round trip, and maybe once along the way. Some special features and amenities for this ship are, well, there aren't many. It's a single seat fighter / racer, so really the only amenity here is that it has 430 micro SCU of stowage. My preferred loadout for this ship, I got all deadbolt ballistic cannons, swap the stock shields for competition grade B shields, same for the stock power plant, make that competition, swap the stock cooler for the industrial grade A cooler, swap the stock quantum drive for the competition grade B. A quick shout out to my members, my first ninjas, Star Touch and Rob, my Hokage, Old Weeb, my Jonin ninjas, Radium TX, Paling Tan, The Solid Exodus, Damon Donaldson, Dark Wolf God, ETL and Spades, along with my new Jonin ninja, Sean Phillips. Thanks for joining and welcome aboard. And my Chunin ninjas, Raygun 972, Walk on Yosai, Rage 1, Scorpio King 3, Soul Galaxia, Meat Salad, Praetorian, Jay Solis, and Waterfox Studios. Of course, thank you to all my other members from every level who are all listed at the end of the video. As always, membership is never required but always appreciated. You help make this YouTube dream even more possible, so thank all of you. So, now it's time to rate this ship, a rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only by if you have a unique reason that is specific to you, or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean that the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below. And if you're one of those people that hates when I make mistakes on my videos and get really upset and internet scream at me about it, I have something for you. Put your hand out in front of your face, looking at the back of it. Drop the thumb, drop the index finger, drop the pinky, and then, while all of those are down, this is the most important part, drop the ring finger. There is your prize. Congratulations. You earned it. My rating for this ship overall is a 5. Let's start with what I like about this ship. Well, the thing I like about this ship is weird. It's fairly average. It's not the most maneuverable. It's not the worst as far as toughness, but it's nowhere near the best either. Currently, this ship is tuned very well, but in most patches, it's good, but not great. I feel like if I was picking a ship that exemplifies what average should look like, it would be the M50. But then I remember two things: its speed and its looks. Tied for second fastest in the game, and I absolutely love the way this thing looks. It is indeed a racing ship, and it looks more like a racing ship than any other ship, well besides the Razor, which literally looks like an F1 car. But still, it's a great look for a racing ship, and thankfully it has guns so it can maintain a basic level of multi-role use. Now, what the issues are, and how would I fix this ship? Well, at $100, I can't really justify the price for what I get. I think instead of $100, it should be $85.
For as low as $14 a month. What were you guys thinking?
I think it should be 5 cents.
Yeah, it should be 5 cents.
We can't do 5 cents.
It should be 5 cents.
Everything can't be 5 cents.
But honestly, playing the CCU game, you can get it for that price, so I'm not too upset about it. Another thing is, it has the size 2 weapons, which is great, but the stock weapons absolutely necessitate a change. They are just completely wrong. And I just wish the weapons that came stock on ships were better. Like, not the best, obviously, but that they weren't all just badgers and bulldogs and panthers and rhinos. You know, it should just be a little bit more of a mix. If I'm not mistaken, this ship was hit with the September 2024 ship rebalance and received a nerf from it to bring the shields down to 1, which kept this from being a 6 overall with its score. But hopefully they balanced that with a bit more maneuverability, and then I can bring it back up. Also, 2 size 1 missiles isn't going to do much damage, but I appreciate that they aren't cross-section missiles for once. I just don't get where the luxury comes from for this one. Maybe it's luxury engines, and that's what it sounds like. Luxury engines, of course. And it does have a nice little tint to the paint. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I also wish the ship was just a bit smaller because it seems artificially kept from fitting in so many ships that this ship would be wonderful to fit in. So who is this ship for? The M50 is for people who want a good A to B ship that can double as a racer without breaking the bank. It also can fight really good in a pinch, and even better if you're an expert pilot. I also like that it's one of the fastest ships while having both weapons and missiles, so it shows that racing ships don't have to be weaponless to get it done. But even better, you can still have a multi-role racing ship. So why is it a 5? Well, I can be quick about that because the Razor exists. The Razor EX ties on speed and maneuverability, but it more than doubles the toughness, shrinks to be harder to hit, and has a 40% reduction to all signatures, making it a full-fledged stealth ship. And a lot of people underestimate the value of stealth. It means unless you're in range, you just will not see this ship on your radar. You would have to send out a ping to find it, which of course would then make your ship light up like a Christmas tree. But it's not just that. The size of this really limits its ability at the snub size. I really wish it was just a bit smaller or jumped up to small size and gained some toughness or weapons, because this can't fit in a Mercury Star Runner. It can't fit in a 600i, it can't fit in a Valkyrie, it can't fit in a Corsair, and it can't fit in a Hammerhead. But guess what can? The Razor, along with 3 other snub ships. So there's your 5. I imagine using this ship as a pure A to B runner ship when I'm going on one-way trips and speed is a priority, but I also need to make a quantum leap and don't want to risk my Razor, and also when I don't need to take anyone with me because otherwise I take the 85X. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in-game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in-game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, this one is one for the racers, and only if you got it as a starter ship or at that cheaper price. And if you did, I'm glad you got it when it was available, but otherwise, it's an earning game for me. All right, that is it for this one. Shout out to the members. Thanks for spending your time with us. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.